Shut up. Alright, now a few days ago I posted a video on the top 10 biggest mistakes in Dragon Ball Legends, or the top 5, I don't even remember. Now today, I'm going to talk about top 5 best things that happened in Dragon Ball Legends. Now I'm going to talk about releases. Now this isn't going to be how good they were on release, like how overpowered they were and how they destroyed the meta. That's not what this is about. This is about how perfectly timed and needed they were when they released, or how much of a positive impact they had on the Dragon Ball Legends community. Let's do it. Now the first unit I'm going to talk about, is I'm sure you noticed by now, is part 1 of the anniversary. Now I'm going to talk about Vegito and Gogeta because they were pretty similar. Now these guys of course were pretty overpowered on release and they pretty much corrupted the meta, I'll say. They were very good. I'll talk about Vegito first. Guaranteed rush. What the hell? His rush, guaranteeing damage every single time, you cannot guess it, is basically just an automatic kill. Now the reason why he's on the list is because of the fusing mechanic. Everyone wanted the fusing mechanic to be imported into the game, and I think that it was the right thing to finally get it. Now the animations on Vegeta and Goku before they fuse is pretty okay. Their damage is good, tons of Dragon Ball destruction, tons of Dragon Ball gains, but when they fuse, Vegito is an absolute beast. Blue card damage goes insane, card draw speed, vanish recovery, heals. Bro, the guaranteed rush, that really destroyed the meta. Now, you could definitely argue that these guys do not need to be on the list. You could 100% argue that, 100%. But I'm putting them on here because it's my list. I don't care what you think. I think Pan is hot and I'd smash any day. So, this is my list, and I believe he was just needed. I believe a fusing mechanic, especially of Vegito, was very well needed. I feel like it needed to happen at some point. I'm very happy he did. Although, he is still being run to this day at the time of me posting and recording this video. So you can't really say that he's completely useless now. His guaranteed rush is still probably the most valuable thing in the game besides comeback or indestructibility. But come on, how could you go wrong with this unit? Alright, so this is still the 5th unit, but I already told you I'm going to talk about these guys since they released around the same time. And that is the second release of part 1 of the 6th anniversary. And of course, that is Fusing Gogeta Blue, or whatever this guy's name is, I don't care anymore. It's a long ass name. Now, these guys were nowhere near overpowered as Vegito, like even on release and to this day, they are just nowhere near. Now, by far, I think their animations are better. Besides the LF, their animations are far better, and the fusing, like animation, I feel like that can be argued. Now, the thing that made these guys so annoying is the green card destruction when they pressed on their green. Every time they had a green, you had a green. You cannot tell me that is a lie. Straight up truth. That is the straight up truth. Now, these guys were pretty overpowered. Their damage was good. Vanish recovery was amazing. But when you go into Gogeta, the game completely changes. After the fusion animation and Gogeta finally brings out doing the finger animation that I wish I could do to Pan, he gets pretty much an absolute demon. If you plus on, he has a blast cover change. If you do all your strikes at once and you get a bunch of them, trust me, you can nullify any gauge or cover changing, which is pretty overpowered, called the Assault Chain. That's a pretty strong ability. He gets Vanish on main. He does not have the guaranteed rush, which kind of makes him less reliable than other units. I mean, Vegito really did scar the game. Gogeta to this day is like top 20 in most used units. Like, I don't know what happened to this guy. The most valuable thing he has is the Assault Chain and healing back to full when he fuses. So sadly, there's a better version of him, Vegito Blue, and the fusing mechanic is just better with Vegito. Sadly, he was just outran and outused by better units of himself, which sucks, but I still believe they were both great releases on their time. Now, 4th place was between 2 units, was the tag Super Saiyan Blue and Vegeta, Goku, of course, who can forget them, but I decided to use Super Saiyan Blue Ultra Gogeta just because I want to save the Blue Bros for another video, so I'm using him instead. Now, this Gogeta could probably be on the most annoying and biggest mistakes list, but like I said, this wasn't how overpowered they were on release. This is how needed they were, or this unit was. So he was pretty much needed because he was pretty much the one who kind of calmed down Beast Gohan. I do think Beast Gohan was better than him, but because of him, Beast Gohan was very little calmed down, just a little bit. His It's Futile is still pretty broken, getting a blue card. His damage was insane. All that was great. And him releasing during the festival, I believe, I think was a great time for his release. I think he was a great release. I think he was one of probably the I think he was probably the second or third best timed released units in this game's history. I love Gogeta, but sadly, because of who he is and just the unit in general, I could not put him higher on this list. Alright, basically the complete opposite of him. I hate Vegito. I hate specifically Ultra Vegito Blue. Specifically, I hate Ultra Vegito Blue. 60,000 CC down the drain, not a single copy. I completely gave up on this unit. But he's pretty much this Gogeta Blue on steroids and was simply just a better release. He released during the 5th anniversary, how could I forget? His Vanish removal on entry was pretty broken. He kind of broke the game with that, not gonna lie. His green card pretty much also broke the game with that, not gonna lie. His ultimate damage also broke the game with that, not gonna lie. His blue card damage also broke the game with that, not gonna lie. His combo potential engage also broke the game with that, not gonna lie. His rush going neutral and nullifying endurance also broke the game, not gonna lie. This dude just would not stop. Although he was kind of needed. The game, honestly, before he released, was kind of slow and, not gonna lie, pretty boring to me. I mean, Goku Type Frieza was around, destroying everyone. I mean, all this. You were pretty much cooked when you saw this guy. Like, Gammas were around, Orange Piccolo was around, it was all everywhere. Luckily, Vegito Blue was here to save everyone. But me, like I said, almost 100,000 CC basically down the drain on a single copy. This dude reshaped the game. Second place is Pan. Nothing to say. Second place is Pan. Cause, oh. Alright, now first place is probably first, second, or third most historical moment in Dragon Ball Legends history. And that is the first ever summonable Ultra Super Gogeta. Oh my god, I missed this. Although, yeah, he did kind of dominate the game. He was probably not the best character in the game. He was so fun to play as. Man, this brings me back to his release. He was so fun. The amount of blue cards, the getting rid of debuffs on yourself, and getting rid of the buffs for the enemy, the ultimate damage, the blue card damage, the combos, the key, the animations, man. This guy, I think he released during second or third festival. Bro, this dude, probably the best decisions Dragon Ball ever made, bro. This man was the GOAT without a doubt. He may not be as sexy and kind of like smashy as Pan, but bro, oh my god, man. Bro, if you played during this time, you would know that you either hated the meta or loved the meta. And me personally, since I got him, just kidding, I didn't get him, sadly. But it was just it was even fun playing against him. I did have another account on my phone where I literally just made just to get this unit. And no joke, I may have loved that account more. I don't even know, bro. That unit just gave me love.